Welcome to SmackDown, ladies and gentlemen. And Emma is pacing around the ring. She has been in the ring for at least 10 to 15 minutes waiting for us to go on the air. And there will be only one person on her mind, and that will be Toni Storm. Emma is absolutely ropeable, and I think she's just got word that we are on air, and now she has something to get off her chest. And can you blame her? Absolutely not. Toni Storm assaulted Emma at the close of last week's show. And now, Emma's here to fight. She's here to retaliate. It was a struggle to get her to accept the match at Backlash, but now all Emma wants to do is fight. There is a storm brewing between these two women. Oh my God. Emma's saying she's gonna find her. She knows Toni Storm will be here. She knows that Toni Storm's ego won't keep her away. It'll only lead her to the blue brand. But we wait with bated breath for that collision. There is no question. It's only a matter of time. But it's also only a matter of time for this, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, the WWE Champion, Apollo Crews, returns to SmackDown. That has got combustible written all over it, but so does our main event of the evening. It'll be Cesaro versus Edge. Two megastars do battle in your action-packed main event. It goes down later tonight. Well, Andrade, he was in the face of Edge last week and he is not happy. Of course, Andrade was drafted ahead of Edge. Andrade made a very stern warning to Edge last week, saying if you want any opportunities here on SmackDown, you're going to have to go through me. I think he's right. I think it does look a little bit like a contendership match. Two of the top dogs on SmackDown. Andrade saying, no, I'm going to be watching this very closely. What a main event it's going to be. Edge versus Cesaro later tonight. Well, there's Emma. She's just come from the backstage. Oh, jeez. Look out. Emma coming. Oh, no, wait a minute. There's Toni Storm. Well, Toni Storm ended up finding Emma, and it didn't take very long. Toni Storm was waiting in the locker room for Emma, knowing that she would be coming through that door, and Toni Storm, just like last week, with a cheap shot to Emma when she wasn't ready, wouldn't come out and face her like a woman face to face. And Toni Storm has picked her mark and now is picking apart her fellow Australian, and it looks as though she's bringing her towards the arena here. She wouldn't come out when the fight could have been taken fairly, but Toni Storm, with this change of attitude, is circling her prey at the moment, and the women's champion, Toni Storm, is taking it to Emma. Of course she hits her with the cheapest of shots backstage when she wasn't ready. And Toni Storm's change in attitude is drawing the ire of the crowd here. Storm zero on the entranceway, and Toni Storm disregards Emma. And Toni Storm is now making her way towards the ring, which, mind you, she could have done at any stage in the opening stages of the show. But she assaults Emma backstage when she wasn't ready for it, and now all of a sudden she's got something to say. Toni Storm is about as despicable as they come. Yeah, we want to know why. But maybe people are caring a little bit less about why, and now they're more worried that you get your ass kicked. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on a second. That is the music of Kaylee Ray. The newest draftee to SmackDown, Kaylee Ray. Times have changed, that's for sure. What the hell is Kaylee Ray doing out here now? Well, she's spitting facts, that's what she's doing. She said you went from lovable underdog to God knows what now. Kaylee Ray's not after an explanation, she's here for a match. He says, I appreciate the change, but I don't respect it. And Kaylee Ray wants to fight her face to face like a woman, much like what Emma wanted Toni Storm to do. But instead she took the cheap way out. And Kaylee Ray has shown up on her first night here on SmackDown and gotten in the face of the very tippy top of the women's division, Toni Storm, and she wants to fight right here, right now, tonight on SmackDown. Toni Storm saying, I knew there would be a hero tonight. What does she mean by that? What does she mean it shouldn't be her that she should be worried about? Okay, oh, whoa, wait a minute, look out behind! Shayna Baszler! Shayna Baszler has crept up behind Kaylee Ray. Wait a minute! Rear naked choke locked in on Kaylee Ray here. Where the hell did Shayna Baszler come from? What the hell is the meaning of this? Toni Storm has come prepared. Has she got a hired henchman in Shayna Baszler? Is that what this is? She's choking the life out of Kaylee Ray. Kaylee Ray is out cold. And Toni Storm, I want to introduce you to my trusted, real friend in Shayna Baszler. Toni Storm brought backup, and this is disgraceful. Ari Daivari looking as fit as ever on his journey to Backlash to face Walter for the Intercontinental Championship. And look out. Two combatants in the recently contested World Cup of Professional Wrestling. Gulak showing Pete Dunne some respect here. Surprisingly, Dunne showing it back. What a World Cup it was. Of course, we know the winner of the World Cup was drafted to this very brand, Dominik Dijakovic. It is competitive on SmackDown. It is a deep, deep roster. Oh, hang on. Well, here's the newest member of it. Riddle's full of compliments. Wait, what does he mean? He wants to form a trio? What on earth is Riddle talking about? With matching gear? Pete Dunne's a little overdressed. What does he mean? What? What is he talking about? Well, I'm glad I'm not the only one who's confused. Answers would be greatly appreciated. Ladies and gentlemen, we are set for our first scheduled contest of the evening. And it is going to be the new boys, the latest arrivals in the tag team division. There has been a lot of shaking up that has happened on all three rosters of Raw, SmackDown and NXT. But perhaps these two men shook up SmackDown the most last week. Literally the moment they were drafted, they made an impact. They came out and they took out the American Grapplers Association and Timothy Thatcher and Only Lorcan. And it was in an interview on NYT13.com. Zach Gibson stated that they feel disrespected by being drafted last in the tag team pool. And they weren't even featured on the graphic towards the end of the show on SmackDown. So they decided to take matters into their own hands. And that has led us to tonight, where they demanded a match. They got a match with these two local competitors, and we are underway. And oh my God, flying kick from James Drake, who is really feeling it in the early going of this one. I mean, he's a massive dude on the apron here from these two young gentlemen, these two local young gentlemen. They could be in a lot of trouble here, but this is that synchronicity that these two have. Gibson and Drake, the grizzled young veterans, two of the very best that you will find in the tag team division. And I tend to agree a little bit with the sentiment that perhaps they were a little bit disrespected not going higher in the draft. But I tell you what, draft position doesn't mean anything if you come and just assault two of the angriest men in Timothy Thatcher and Oney Lorcan. I think he's going to call it here. I think Zach Gibson says that this one's all over. Look out. Oh, no. Oh, that is not a good idea. He fights back, but it might not be a great idea, but he's going to tag in the big man. And this giant of a man is set to go. Zach Gibson sizing him up, and a chop lands. And the big, oh, he threw a forearm back. Oh, Gibson throws again. He's almost challenging him. Oh, he goes for the clothesline. Too quick there, Zach Gibson. Down, rolling forearm. Takes the big man down. Big Tree falls hard, and could be a hard fall for this young gentleman as well. Gibson has snapped a little bit here, and he's snapping on this young team. These two local lads who have stepped up to take the challenge. Big man's up to his feet, but it won't matter. He's rocked from that elbow from Zach Gibson. And oh no, it is definitely curtains here. That will crush the sternum, but not only that, it will end the match. Referee into position. You could count to 100. And GYV, the grizzled young veterans, are off to a winning start here. And they are fired up, and can you blame them? They are feeling it tonight. They have absolutely dominated the competition. But wait a minute, you had to know what's going to happen. Timothy Thatcher, Oney Lorcan are coming to get them some here. Thatcher and Lorcan are taking them out. And it's swift revenge from the tag team champions. And they ain't done there. Lorcan going after Drake. on the floor here. It has erupted. But at least they have a little bit of honor. They waited till the match was done. Unlike the grizzled young veterans, because they actually respect the sanctity of competition through the American Grapplers Association. And they have come out, but they aren't not going to give you a receipt. That's not how they roll. And that's a receipt in the form of a headbutt. And Oney Lorcan is taking it to Draco. Oh my goodness me. Those chops reverberate through the arena. And he disregards him out to the over the barricade and into the crowd. And Oney Lorcan cracks the neck. And now Thatcher with a little receipt of his own here. They have absolutely decimated the grizzled young veterans. Step up to the champions at your own peril. The AGA not taking none of that. They retaliate in the biggest way possible. The grizzled young veterans won. AGA won. And they are ready to fight anytime you are. We will go. I think it's inevitable now. That's what I'm talking about. Turnabout is fair play on SmackDown. There's Dom. Uh-oh, look out. Dominic Mysterio running into Walter backstage. Walter does not seem happy with Dominic Mysterio touching him. Dom's trying to thank him for helping out with the whole Keith Lee situation. I don't think Walter needs your thanks. And this is tense. If I'm Dominic, I'm walking away. Walter has not said a word here. Hold on. Mysterio. Dominic bumping into Walter backstage. It doesn't take much to piss him off. Oh my God. Oh no. Walter saying both of you in the ring now. What the hell does he mean by that? Dominic Mysterio accidentally bumps into Walter. I'm with Ray. That is not good. I thought he did too on my run sheet. It says Walter already has a match. But he wants Ray and Dom out in the ring right now. Well, he's not coming out right now, but later on tonight, ladies and gentlemen, Apollo Crews, the WWE Champion, returns hot off the heels of his monumental victory for that very championship at WrestleMania. That's still to come, but now I'm assuming... Yep, this is not good. Walter was set for a match. He bumped into Dominic Mysterio backstage, and all of a sudden Walter has said to Dominic Mysterio and his father Ray to come down to the ring. The Intercontinental Champion, who defeated Keith Lee in what was arguably the best match of the WrestleMania weekend, has seemingly laid down the gauntlet. He's scheduled for a match with Tony Nese. That's what it says on my run sheet. Tony Nese versus Walter. That was up next. Walter was on his way to the ring. He bumped into Dominic Mysterio. He didn't like it. Dominic Mysterio apologizes, even goes as far to thank him for his assistance with the whole Keith Lee situation. But instead, Walter tells him to come to the ring along with his father. This is terrifying for most people. And I know Rey Mysterio has been around the block a few times, but seldom would you ever get summoned to the ring on something so minor. But I think that shows the mindset of Walter. Well, here they come. I don't know if I even would have done this, but perhaps the consequences of not doing it are far worse than doing it yourself. I mean, we'll see. Wait a minute. Walter's saying, you aren't fighting me. What the hell does that mean? Oh my God. Well, Walter summoned them to the ring, not to fight him, but because Walter has a couple of people he wants them to meet. And Rey Mysterio, in his infinite wisdom and experience, has said we'll be ready to go, but not tonight. Imperium, led by the Ring General. Now that is an imposing sight. Akbar Bartel of Imperium flanking the most dominant man we've perhaps ever seen. And now it seems as though we're going to get that scheduled match. Walter taking the opportunity backstage to introduce a couple of competitors to Imperium. But now Tony Nese is going to need to try and introduce some offense to Walter to try and get over the line tonight. And Nese, of course, has been freshly drafted to the in-ring capital of the WWE, and Tony Nese now has an opportunity against Walter to launch himself right in to that Intercontinental Championship picture. We saw him get right on the cusp of the US title on Raw, and his success and his impressiveness on Raw has led him to this opportunity here on SmackDown. And this one is underway here with Jessica Carr, and straight away Walter sending you back with a headbutt here. Walter, well, that's the speed that Tony Nese is going to have to use here. Hard right hand to Walter. He's trying to knock him down, but Walter just, it almost just annoyed him. Knocked him back with that shot. And Walter now, traps the arm with Slipper 4. Turns him inside out with a lariat. And Tony Nese is finding out what SmackDown is all about here. The in-ring capital of the WWE, and Walter wears one of the jewels of the crown. And of course, the former jewel of the crown of ESM is returning later tonight. The WWE Champion Apollo Crews will be in the building. It is massive. Tony Nese got out of the way at all. Look at that beautiful spinning kick there. Couldn't find its mark enough though to knock Walter down. There's a chop. And that might not be the smartest thing to awake the chops of Walter. Fireman's carry takeover. The chop from Nese didn't do much. Oh, mighty! God! Walter chops the life out of Tony Nese. But Nese is going to fight back, but that collapsed him down. And look out, Tony Nese with the high-flying offense. He had almost all of the life chopped out of him, but Tony Nese is a tough competitor. He's got great conditioning, and he's trying to quicken the pace here. He's got the big man down. Walter could be in some trouble here. Nese needs to stay on him. This has got to be what it's all about. Building that wave of offense. Yeah, anything can happen. You can have a flash knockout. Walter out of the way in a flash at least. And now Walter turns him around, folds him up. Good Lord. Walter is unstoppable. Tony Nese is in big trouble now. Got dumped on his head. Walter, yeah, go. High angle Saito lands right on the back of his neck, and Tony Nese has found himself in a hell of a lot of trouble here, and Walter now going to work on Nese. Duo of incredibly painful suplexes, and Walter is so precise with everything that he does. So efficient with his offense as Tony Nese is desperately trying to get back to his feet. Needs to use the ropes in order to do it. Walter, oh, he's looking at that shot here. But Tony Nese, he might have been playing a little bit of possum there. He might have been goading him in here. And Nese now rolls him through. This is Tony Nese's opportunity here. He is so comfortable from the top of that leg drop. Went right to the back of the head of Walter, and he is stunned. The Intercontinental Champion is on the ropes here. And now, oh no, look out of the way again, Walter. Oh my God, he turns it into a power bomb. My God, stacks him up. He'll let it go. Oh no, Walter's pissed here. He was in a foul mood anyway, and Walter is even more pissed off now. He let go of the first pin, gave him a second power bomb, and Walter might be looking to complete the hat trick here. Walter, mighty. 3 in a row, stacks him up, and it'll be a count of 3 that ends the night for Tony Nese against the Intercontinental Champion. The ever-dominant, ever-present Walter, the reigning, defending Intercontinental Champion for a reason. Wow. And now we have to put up with Imperium as well. One of the most feared grapplers in the world, Ilya Dragunov, coming soon, but there's one of the most feared men in the world, Drew McIntyre. A tense face-off with Keith Lee last week. Drew McIntyre says he'll fight anyone who's going to get in the way of him becoming WWE Champion. And that's true. McIntyre is on the same brand as the man that he beat at SummerSlam. And he ain't getting screwed out of it again. McIntyre has a very clear goal, as does a lot of people on this brand, including this man, who is set to compete in the main event of the evening, in what many have described already as somewhat of a championship contenders match. We are set to hear from the WWE Champion himself. But that ain't before we do what we do best on the blue brand and deliver the best wrestling in the world. Cesaro, who many believe is the real, genuine face of SmackDown. He is a SmackDown OG. He has been here and has been right near the top for just the longest time. He feels that it's his time, but so does this man. They are both fresh off huge victories at WrestleMania. Edge went through hell to defeat Brock Lesnar in the fight of his life, and Edge has returned to SmackDown for the first time. For the first time since being the general manager of this brand when he was out injured. He was taken off the brand at the hands of Brock Lesnar. He put Brock Lesnar down at WrestleMania, and then he was drafted here, and now he wants the gold. It's white hot at the top. We've seen it with the likes of Drew McIntyre, Keith Lee, Edge, Cesaro, Andrade, so many vying. But these two men appear to be in the best position. Main event is underway, and these two circle around. Edge said he was flattered. He said, I don't believe that I'm one of the best guys technically, but I have grit, I have determination, and I can hang with the very best grapplers in the company. And, well, he's in there with who I think is probably the best alongside. Oh, and look at the mocking here of Cesaro. Cesaro's calling him on. He's mocking Ed, saying, you're looking a little bit weak there, son. And Ed says, okay, I see what's going on here. And Edge is going to have to draw on all of that experience. Cesaro's no slouch in the experience department as well, and he's also pound for pound probably the strongest man, and you can see it on display there. And again, Cesaro has Edge wrapped up here, and he has Edge's number, in my opinion. This is Cesaro's turf. This is Cesaro's show. He has made it very, very clear that he wants that WWE Championship that he feels like he deserves. It's Cesaro behind Edge. And he could have taken Edge right there, but he chose to just play a little bit of a more of a mind game, and Edge says, oh, screw your grappling. I'm just going to punch you in the face. How about that? And Edge now, he's going to throw the offense at Cesaro here. Now he throws him into the corner, though. And now Edge, hard right hand there to Cesaro, taking him down. And Edge, oh, well, that's a wrestling move, rolls him through here. Jessica Carr, perfect position on the shoulders, and Cesaro kicks Edge out and says, okay, all right, I get it, I see it. Oh, Edge tries to throw another shot. He's trying to bring some striking in, but Cesaro, he can strike as well. He can do it all. Now Cesaro with a hard European uppercut takes Edge onto the ropes, and now he throws Edge out. Edge still stunned from that initial one, and then he gets a super one. Down into the cover goes Cesaro. Nothing on it though. Cesaro, looking for the kick there again, just rushing in, and oh my goodness me, double axe handle takes him down. Edge right in the face. Here's a master manipulator, ultimate opportunist, Edge. Taking his opportunity here in the main event of SmackDown. How big is this match here? Look at this Edge throwing. Edge has found some success with the striking, and so Cesaro's finding plenty of success there as well, throwing Edge into the corner, looking for the European uppercut, but he gets met with a Uranagi, and Edge now is meeting Cesaro with a flurry of offense here, leapfrog over the top, and Edge, look at that, sit-out powerbomb from one of the best, and now Edge, he's got him sharpshooter position, but no, look out. He's got a hook dead. And Cesaro is in a world of pain here. Oh, look at the power there of Cesaro. Able to get out. So Cesaro drives the boot into the skull of Edge. And all of a sudden, that turns it on its head. And Cesaro, we know what he does when he gets into the corner. It just might be an uppercut party. And Cesaro landed that shot, and that scored. Make no question about that, that scored. Cesaro now is picking his moment. This is almost, since Edge took the grappling out of it, it almost just became a bit of a fist fight, and Cesaro almost doing it out of spite, but look at this. This is grappling at its finest. Look at the power of this man. Cesaro really displaying that strength, and again, he's going to deadlift him up. That is dead weight, ladies and gentlemen. Dead weight, and Edge is just over the top again. And this is the grappling side of Cesaro that really takes him to the top of the pile, in my opinion. Look at this. Cardio for days, and one of the strongest men, pound for pound, that we have. Taking down Edge. A trio of gut wrenches. Into the cover, Jessica Carr gets a better look at the shoulders, and it almost got him. It drew a tight 2 count out of Edge, who is feeling the pressure, and he will not let up on that pressure, will Cesaro. Cesaro wrenching away on that midsection of Edge that he just pounded into oblivion with all of those deadlift suplexes. But look at this Edge. He's fighting out. This is the grit and determination. This is where it comes into it. And Edge with a shot to the solar plexus. Beautiful hip toss. Takes him over. And Edge now. Edge is stalking him here. He might be thinking a spear. He's got to find the opportunity. But look out! Oh, execution! It was found, and Edge rushing in, trying to get into the cover, and that's exactly what he did. It's Cesaro, landed flush on his face, flush knockout shot, no! Edge can't quite put him away, Cesaro hangs on. That's how quick it can change, that's how quick the momentum can shift, and Edge is stalking Cesaro. He's got to be thinking spear now. Edge has to be thinking spear, oh my God! Cesaro caught him napping, and Cesaro took him out with a European uppercut. Edge wanted the spear, but instead Edge is going to go a swinging here. And Edge goes for the ride. Cesaro on full display here. And now Cesaro is going to take him out and finish him off. No, looking for the European uppercut. Couldn't find it. Edge out of the way. He's as explosive as they get. The ultimate opportunist hits the spear. Gotta have him. Has to have him. No. Somehow Cesaro kicks out. Somehow, someway, Cesaro manages to peel the shoulder off the canvas. And Edge is getting a little bit frustrated now. And Edge, oh hang on, hey, come on! Andrade said he was going to get involved, and Edge has seen it up here. But Edge doesn't want to get goaded in here. But Andrade is clearly under his skin. Referee Jessica Carr has her eyes on these two. Cesaro still down inside the ring. But wait, look at the barricade! That's AJ Styles. What the hell is AJ Styles doing here? AJ Styles, who was drafted to SmackDown, has targeted Cesaro. But why? AJ Styles and referee Jessica Carr didn't see it. But now she's looking at Cesaro, wondering why she heard that. And now Andrade, he takes an opportunity on the ultimate opportunist. Andrade just dropped him with that DDT while Jessica Carr was watching AJ Styles leave. She's confused. The whole crowd knows what's going on, but she's only one person. How could she possibly keep up with what the hell just transpired there? And both men are down. Jessica Carr's looking around. She has no idea what's going on. Both men are down. And Cesaro stirs, and Cesaro just drapes his hand over Edge. Not this way, surely not. Cesaro has just pinned Edge. And this crowd is stunned. Cesaro wins. I'm not even sure he really knows what's going on. But Cesaro celebrates the win. But he looks confused. Edge rolls to the outside of the ring. Andrade makes his way out of the arena. The damage has been done. Cesaro shows his conditioning. Styles' plan is hatched. But it fails tonight. And Cesaro picks up another huge win here on SmackDown. The WWE Champion is back. Apollo Crews has officially returned since the biggest win of his career. And Cruz is walking straight towards Cesaro. The history between these two men is almost immeasurable. And if this indeed was somewhat of a championship eliminator, what better way for Cesaro to make an impact than to get in the face of the champion? Feel the tension. Cesaro wants to fight. It appears that the WWE champion is up for the fight. The steely glare right through the soul of Cesaro, and that could be in our future. It's what Cesaro deserves. Apollo Crews doesn't have to say anything. The picture says it all. Crews stands down from no one, but he might have to stand up to the Swiss cyborg. Cesaro walks away, but only for now. Uh-oh. Oh no! Well, there's one more man who can lay claim. Oh, is this what I think it is? Dominic Dijakovic, the #1 free agent pick, has just said to Cesaro, maybe next time. I think I know where this is going. The World Cup winner is owed a World Championship match. And I have a feeling I know when it's gonna be. And there it is. Dominic Dijakovic has called his shot. Apollo Crews, Dijakovic at Backlash.